And now they've recommended that you need additional treatment support. But instead of doing that, you come in here sporting your baby like she's some badge that, like I said, will keep me. I could put you in jail first. And then neither one of us would have to worry about anything.
Understand.
Who drove from Virginia?
Me, that's what I currently reside.
Mr. Taylor, doesn't a DUI suspend your license?
What you just saw in those 30 seconds took nearly a year to build up to, and it's all about to collapse in a matter of minutes. The defendant, Kimberly Day, walked into court with just 1 month and 11 days left on her probation for a DUI. She was almost free, but she failed to complete her court-ordered treatment, and now she's standing before a judge who has zero tolerance for excuses. The defendant brought her baby to court, a move that can sometimes soften a judge's stance. But this judge isn't seeing a struggling mother. She's seeing a master manipulator. What the defendant doesn't realize is that the judge has already spotted a critical flaw in her story. The tension in this room is about to explode, and it all starts with one simple question that the defendant is completely unprepared to answer.
In the courtroom, Mr. Taylor, can you turn the can you angle the camera so that I can see Miss Day? Because I'm just seeing the tops of people's heads. Oh, that's perfect. All right. So Miss Day, do you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give will be true?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Miss Day, you're before the court for a petition for revocation of probation. This is a 2020 CR 02905 case. Kimberly Bianca Day, you were before this court for driving under the influence on the 20th day of February 2024. You were sentenced to 12 months on probation. You have 1 month and 11 days remaining. You failed to complete 40 hours of community service. You failed to provide proof of completing a level 1 program for treatment, and you are currently $1,440 in arrears. All right, Mr. Taylor, tell me why Ms. Day hasn't done the community service and the treatment program, which if you have a child, you should have been running to get to a treatment program so you can be a better mother.
Your Honor, Ms. Day has completed the community service, and she's provided proof of completing that community service to Mr. Carmichael.
All 40 hours?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
We do admit that Ms. Day has not completed the
ASMA level 1 course.
That's not the DUI risk reduction. That's the analysis for the treatment.
No, they did a substance abuse evaluation, and the evaluator said that she needed additional treatment support. And instead of getting the treatment support, she shows up here with her baby like I won't put her in jail and call DFACS to come get her child.
Your Honor, when speaking with Ms. Day, she indicated to me that she was having some financial difficulties with arranging for that ASAM treatment. She does tell me that she can, her father is willing to assist her with the payment for that program, and I told her she would need to get into that program immediately this week if she is given the opportunity to remain outside of custody. The final obligation that she had is a financial obligation that she's been unable to pay, again, due to...
Okay, Ms. Day, if you are working in conjunction with your probation officer, which I encourage everybody to do, then some of this money would have been turned into additional community service hours. But since you waited to the last minute to do the ordered community service hours, you wouldn't have had time to convert some of the money into additional community service. And I'm not sure if you were having financial problems, you knew you were having financial problems 11 months ago. 10 months ago, while we wait until the last minute to come in and say, I can't do the recommended treatment. So not everybody gets a recommendation for a treatment level. That means you actually need it. They've done an assessment and you are a risk to people. Therefore, they've required you to go to treatment. You can roll your eyes if you want to, but you have a baby. So think about the fact that you put people's lives in jeopardy when you drove drunk the first time. And now they've recommended that you need additional treatment support, but instead of doing that, you come in here sporting your baby like she's some badge that, like I said, will keep me from putting you in jail.
Wait, stop. Rewind that. The judge says, I'm a judge today. I'm a mama when I get home. That isn't a statement of sympathy. It's a warning. She's signaling that she's about to separate her judicial duty from any personal emotion. When the defendant says, I just been struggling, the judge's response, no, everybody's struggling, is a masterclass in courtroom control. She instantly invalidates the excuse and reframes the entire narrative. This is no longer about an inability to pay, it's about a refusal to prioritize. The judge is decoding a pattern of behavior live in the courtroom. Notice how she systematically dismantles every justification, from financial issues to scheduling problems. She's not just listening to the words, she's analyzing the mindset behind them. But the defendant is about to make her biggest mistake yet, offering up a piece of information so casually that she has no idea she's just handed the judge the exact weapon she needs to destroy her entire case.
Ma'am, I'm a judge today. I'm a mama when I get home.
Your Honor,
So no, Mr. Taylor, I need to hear from her why we slacking on doing what we need to do. Because they have recognized that she got a problem. Miss Day?
Yes, ma'am. Are you asking, which part are we asking?
I'm asking why you before the court not having done what you know you needed to do.
Just been struggling. I'm sorry.
No, ma'am, no. No. Everybody's struggling. No. Everybody's struggling. So tell me why you couldn't go to counseling over 10 months. Miss, let me just tell you something. You can go tell somebody, look, I'll help you organize your closets, pay me $50. I'll help you clean out your garage, pay me $50. You can make money in a myriad number of ways. You have been eating and surviving and moving through life for the last 10 months, but you haven't been prioritizing what I told you to do. If somebody tells you you need therapy, it's because you need therapy.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, the screen.
Because if I remember correctly, you were the one who was coming from brunch with your girls and got picked up. Am I mistaken?
Yes, ma'am.
Which situation was this?
I was leaving my job.
You was drinking and leaving your job. Oh, okay. That's even worse.
Well, no, that was working in the restaurant industry. I stay away from that area now, which is the easy job to get, but I don't want to go back to that lifestyle.
I get that, but even saying that sentence tells me you recognize you got a problem, but you waited 11 months and still didn't go to therapy.
Well, I paid for the class, but I didn't know I had 30 days after I spoke to the lady to go to the therapy, and that also cost too, I believe. And by the time I set up my appointment, he read the paper.
Did you ask questions?
No, I didn't know I had.
Miss Day, let me just stop you there. How old is your child?
She's 1.
Is she the only child you got?
No, I have another boy.
So you have 2 children, and you know you're facing jail if I decide to put you back in jail, but you go 11 months without asking questions about what's going to keep you out of jail. Come on now. As a mama, you thought you would come in here and Judge Hayward's going to be nice and I'm going to bring my baby and she won't put me in jail. Instead of you have a probation officer that you could have asked all these questions of over the course of the last 11 months, but you sign up for stuff, but you don't get full information about it. You have a probation officer, but you don't ask questions. Every probation officer in Clayton County knows what I prioritize, but you don't ask questions.
Yes, that's my mistake.
You can't afford to make those mistakes. You got 2 people who are dependent upon you. You can't afford to make those mistakes. Who doesn't ask questions about something that's vital to their livelihood? See, you playing me because now you think I'm gonna go ahead and let you finish that class, and then when you don't finish the class, I won't have enough time to put you in jail. I could put you in jail first And then neither one of us would have to worry about anything.
I understand.
I don't think you do. I don't think you do. Because if you understood, you'd have made arrangements for that baby before you brought her up in here.
I tried. Everybody went back to school and work. I drove all the way from Virginia, got here last night. I ain't have nobody else to keep her. Everybody went back.
You did what?
I said I drove from Virginia last night. I didn't have anyone to keep her. Everybody back to college. Work.
Who drove from Virginia?
Me, that's why I currently reside.
Mr. Taylor, doesn't a DUI suspend your license?
Yes, Your Honor.
Does she have it back?
I haven't inquired as to whether she has it back. It is possible she may have obtained a special permissions license that would allow her to drive to work and to school and to hospitals.
But Mr. Taylor, talk to her.
Yeah,
Let's verify she got a license before I go any further with her.
Yes, Your Honor.
I did my
Let's-
All right. Yeah, y'all talk offline before we have to go any further on this. All right. Next.
The defendant walked in believing her child was a shield, but the judge saw it as a strategy. We just witnessed a complete shift from a standard probation hearing to a high-stakes investigation, and it all pivoted on 7 words. I drove all the way from Virginia. With that single admission, the defendant didn't just confess to a probation violation, she potentially confessed to a brand new crime, driving across state lines on what the judge correctly assumes is a suspended license from her DUI. That is the ultimate checkmate. The judge's final question wasn't for the defendant, it was for her lawyer. A clear signal that the game has changed. This is no longer about whether she will finish her treatment. It's about whether she will be leaving the courtroom in handcuffs. So here is the question that decides everything. Was this a judge being excessively harsh, or was this a necessary, brutal lesson for a mother who has repeatedly failed to grasp the consequences of her actions? What would you do?